What's up, guys? Nate Robin. I'm here from Protoculture, back again on a little studio vlog for MarillaMusic.com. Firstly, Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. And with that being said, it's been Christmas, so there's been a ton of Christmas sales. I've been going a little bit nuts with plugin sales. The next video, I'll probably do a little shootout with a bunch of distortion plugins I've just purchased as well. But I wanted to quickly just run through a new little toy that I've got, which I'm thoroughly enjoying. As one of the most exciting plugin developers at the moment for me. They've got a bunch of new stuff out, which you should also check out, but I just managed to pick up Sandman Pro, which is a delay unit, and I'm just going to kind of run through a little bit of the functionality and what you can do with it, and then we'll check out some presets and stuff as well. It also comes with a license for instant delay as well. If you buy the Pro version, then this one is just a standard delay unit. Nothing really special, but kind of cool to have as well. First things first, we'll just run through this quickly. You've got your input section here, sample rate, which you can actually lock into place with the lock time here. So then it kind of acts more like a sample rate reducer or like a bit crusher effect. With the lock off, it's reducing the pitch. Delay time, and you have 3 different modes: offset and independent, but you can set them independently as well. The sleep buffer is kind of like a sample looper. It takes a section of the buffer and loops that over and over again. You can change start and end points, which is really handy. You can do some really cool stuff with that. Classic tape mode's now been expanded to all these different delay modes: modern instant pitch shifting, glitch shifter, multi-tap and reverse, and the no echo mode, which is great for doing glitch effects and stuff with the looper. I'll show you that now. Then this section's pretty self-explanatory feedback. Diffusion, you can get some sort of pseudo reverb effects by turning that up. And then with control, that's all very self-explanatory. Now, the real star of the show is also the modulation matrix down here. All the unfiltered audio plugins come with this modulation system. So once it's turned on, you can route... like a modular system, you can kind of route LFOs and envelopes and stuff to pretty much whatever you want, and you can get some pretty mental stuff with spending a little bit of time routing that around. So I just got a projected patch from my new Silent Bank, which is available now actually at MarillaMusic.com. It's just a simple, I've turned off the effects, just a simple little arpeggiator patch. So that's a standard classic tape delay. You have saturate, wow, and slew parameters that you can set up for that. It's a good sounding delay. That's the diffusion effect. But we're not too interested in I mean, I use the standard delay a lot. It's great, but where it really sort of stands out from other delay plugins is when you start switching the delay modes. The modern instant, this one you can get some pretty cool effects with turning off the. This one also, the sample rate works well. And just to show you, how flexible this is, we'll just quickly grab a step sequencer here. We can route the output of the step sequencer to our delay time, for example. Let's set up the amp. And we'll set up the frequency to, let's say, 16th notes. We'll just draw in some random controls. Maybe turn the amp down a little bit. And so you can see you can get some really interesting motion and stuff going with adding a few modulators and stuff. We'll check out some of the other modes. You've got a pitch shifter mode. Get some cool sort of chorus and harmony effects going with that. Glitch shifter. Set this to link. Pretty extreme examples, but interesting nonetheless. This is the multi-tap where you can set up the amount of taps that you have. Oh, let's just crossfeed down. And then a reverse mode, which I really like as well. And no echo mode, which is interesting. It doesn't actually run. It doesn't run through the feedback echoes at all. What this is handy for is when you enable sleep and you activate the sampler loop. We'll just keep smooth off because it tends to. Let's just set up let's take an 8th, for example, to diffuse down. So you see what it's done is it actually just looped a section there. And then you can play with the start and end times for the loop as well in real time. Which will give you some super interesting effects as well. And then obviously you can modulate the sleep trigger as well. So if you go and let's say take a square LFO, I'll set this to about a quarter just for an example. And let's take something like a 64th. You can get some pretty cool, interesting stuff going on with that as well. Yeah, so we'll just check out a few. I mean, this really stretches from simple delays to some really out there stuff. We'll do a quick just browse through some presets. There's a couple of the experimental ones. One that I really enjoyed was the some of the stretch stuff is pretty amazing as well. This is using Modern Instant. And all that's doing is just modulating the delay time for the modern instant mode. You get some really cool stuff with that. These are the stretch ones. Drum Ginsu was pretty cool. Some of them actually work better with different source material as well, and like percussion stuff is pretty amazing with these little glitchy kind of things. I was having a look for the reverse ones. There's some cool, even the reverb ones, there's some interesting stuff in there as well. Long reverse was a pretty cool patch. Yeah, so you can see there's some pretty way out there stuff that you can do with this. So great plugin. Go check this one out. Check out the other stuff as well from them. They've got a plugin called Fault, which I use loads at the moment. It's a pitch shifting plugin along with the frequency shifter and the same modulation system as you have here, as well as Spec Ops, which is a lot of the similar modes they have in their plugins, but it can affect just certain elements of a spectrum. So you have three independent effects that you can run in different spectral zones of a sound. Yeah, definitely check out the stuff. Great sounding plugins. I'm a big fan. So yeah, that's about it. Go check it out, download the demo, and let us know what you think in the comments below if you do own this plugin. Anyways, I'll catch you soon with another video. Like and subscribe if you are into these videos, and we'll try and bash out as many more as we can. I'll chat to you soon. Cheers.